for another episode of those smack-talking guys. Full of opinions on games, music, culture, and current events. These guys cover it all while humiliating each other. This is Generation Flip. Don't forget, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. And now, Krapin it up, here's your hosts.
What's going on, guys? Thanks for tuning in. A beautiful Friday afternoon. We got a special guest today, but first, you all know the big and ball beautiful Mr. Brown.
What's going on, everybody? Just want to say happy Friday, man. Unfortunately, the Giants didn't win. They got edged out, but we'll be all right. We got next year coming around, but I'm excited about today's show, man. We're going to get to a lot of cool stuff, a lot of interesting stuff, a lot of controversial stuff. I love this stuff a lot. I like to get into it and hear different opinions. So hopefully our chat line will blow up. People will ask questions, and put some stuff together.
That's right. That's right. First, I'd like to welcome my new guest, Mr. White Eagle. White Eagle, how you doing today?
I'm pretty good. How are you guys?
All
Thanks
right.
for having me on here, man. Been wanting to come on here for a second now.
Yeah,
No worries.
I've been getting to your request to come on the show. Thanks for, dropping by.
Yep.
First I want to get started saying thanks to the subscribers, the new subscribers. We jumped a couple more subscribers, and that's awesome. Appreciate it. Still looking for some more subscribers. So, share it, like it, subscribe, hit the bell notification. What we do here, we talk about open topics on Fridays, obviously, and we do have every now and then we have special guests appear on the show on Tuesdays, and we're just a bunch of real guys. Me and Brown, we started this podcast to try to entertain you guys, bring some good stories and topics to you guys, right, Brown?
Oh, yeah, no doubt. Next Tuesday, we're going to have another gentleman named Peter Whiteman. This guy here is a bona fide conspiracy theorist, man. The one thing I love about this cat coming on, he has got evidence. He's factual. So I'm excited to get him on. But right now we got Eagle. We got Big Eagle over here. He's gonna bring us to light on some stuff and talk to us and get this party started, man.
So next Tuesday, be tuned into that.
Yes.
Good topic coming to you guys live on that. So I brought Eagle today because obviously the topic today is conspiracy theories, and we're not just talking about ordinary UFOs and stuff like that. We're talking about a lot of conspiracies that are out there, some that you guys are aware of and some that you might not know. You might learn something here. So I want to start by saying thanks again. I want to start by bringing up a topic, a little story that I did. I guess I used to watch the Netflix. I think they have it on Netflix. Now they have it on Hulu. It was the Jesse Ventura, the old WWF wrestler. Conspiracy theories. I used to watch that. Man, I dropped it. I binge watched it. I don't know if you guys at home seen that, but go see it. It's on Hulu. I'm sure it's on Hulu now. So there's 3 episodes there, or 3 seasons. Tons of information there. What I do remember from that, obviously 9/11, but there was a topic there about a young, I guess he's a professor or something. He's a scientist. I could be wrong. Basically, he developed a laser. Do you guys recall that episode? He developed a laser pen, a pen laser, and
that they use in the courtrooms that would give you a heart attack.
Yeah, give you a heart attack, and then you drop dead. Yeah, that was an interesting story. So if you guys haven't seen that, go check that out. I don't want to spoil it for you, but go check that out. I don't know what episode that is, but that is in the conspiracy theories. Good story. And then you obviously have the 9/11 conspiracy behind that. That's up for grabs, man. Everybody's got their theory on that, right, Brown?
Yeah, one of the things that really, that blew me away when I got to see some of these conspiracy theorists, they were showing videos of a missile coming into that thing, right? And I'm thinking, man, is that a missile? Where did they get that thing from? How could that say that was a big-ass plane? And then one of the things that I couldn't figure out was, even at the wreckage where you could see where the impact, There was no wings, there was no tail of a plane. There was nothing that I could see. So, that always left me kind of feeling, maybe this, something's not right. And watching footage and watching videos from the gas station where you could see it blow by, that didn't look like no goddamn plane, man. And the size of the hole that it put into the Pentagon, so that one right there, that was a tough one for me to swallow.
Well, they
man,
didn't.
and it still is.
They didn't show too much. From what I saw, they didn't show too much on CNN when the plane hit the Pentagon. I saw the other planes though hit the towers, but the one from the Pentagon, there was kind of like video clip, a camera clip, I guess. Sideshow type. But you don't really see that much. So I could be wrong. I don't know. You know what I mean? But I heard stories. One of the stories was that, and this is on Jesse Ventura's conspiracy theory. I could be wrong, but from what I took in was that a laser or something, satellite or whatever, hit the top of the building and down it went. You know what I mean? As the plane hit, that plane hit. Of course, we all saw that. But
what?
It hit the tower. It hit both towers and then disintegrated. So do you remember hearing that on the conspiracy theory?
I do remember seeing something like that, but I do also remember hearing stories of firefighters and construction crews saying that 2 or 3 weeks before 9/11, they were doing construction down there and they were cutting the I-beams at like a lattice axis. So that means it's like structurally weaker than cutting it flat, to rest. It'll slide. And they did that weeks before and they never finished reconstruction. And then, like you can see, like in any demolition, when something gets hit at the tip, the bottom doesn't get affected. It doesn't matter how hard you're hitting it. It doesn't like crumble, it came straight down like a legal demolition that they would do in the cities.
That's what it looked like to me. It looked like a demolition. It just went straight down, buckled.
Yeah, and then I seen now on the flip side, I heard that when the planes hit the building, it didn't hit the top. It was some ways down a little bit. The fuselage burnt all the metal, melted it supposedly, and when that part melted, the top layer dropped on it, and that's what pushed it all down. So there's all kinds of stuff, right? Yeah, I don't know.
The steel that they used was Pennsylvania steel. I think that only melts at 6,700 degrees. Jet fuel or any type of fuel that they have only burns at like 3,000 degrees Celsius.
So it wouldn't do pot. So
wouldn't do it.
Yeah, interesting.
It wouldn't melt the metal. It'd get hot. It'd get red hot, but it wouldn't be enough to melt it. I was watching this video about that. This guy was he worked in a forgery for like 60 years, and he was an old man, and he concluded, I think it might have been on conspiracy theories, but he concluded also that that was a setup. There was files up there that were going to get looked at, and they didn't want it looked at.
Well,
they say there's videos of Osama bin Laden getting on Bush's private jet and flying out of the country. And he got, I think there was some type of legality thing he got in trouble for that or something like that. It was like harboring and.
You mean this is before the takedown?
Yeah, it was like maybe an hour, maybe half an hour before.
What? I never heard of that.
Yeah, man. I'm pretty sure that was on Conspiracy Theories too, but I know I read that somewhere else.
I'm telling you, man, there's some stuff out there that'll blow your mind, dude. I'm telling you.
Wait, Eagle.
Yeah,
I wish I
what?
It up. There's literally like stories of people seeing him take him out of his bunker and taking him to his private jet and flying him out of the country.
Before the SEAL team came in. Before
freaking 9/11 even happened. It was like just a little bit right before. So it was like, it was kind of pre-planned, and they blamed him for it, but somehow he got a free ride.
So in other words, he's living, he's alive somewhere. We don't know where.
I'm
No.
talking about 9/11.
Yeah, he's saying 9/11.
Oh,
yeah.
You got me there. I was what? You're talking about when they take him down or what? I could have sworn they killed that dude.
Yeah, the day of, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't believe that either, man. It's not like we ever got to see an actual body. They can fake anything.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they show the body, wrap the body thrown all over the fucking the
Yeah.
boat into the sea, but that's
NASA's
it.
budget. I think NASA's like video budget is like 3 point something billion. Hollywood's is like close to $1 trillion because they're funded by
Yeah.
China. China owns Hollywood, so it's like their money is untouchable.
Well, China
They could
makes a lot of
recreate
money.
anything, man.
You think
Oh,
so?
dude, damn, we're in debt to them.
Well,
People
that's
think
that's a conspiracy in itself, man.
Yeah.
I mean, there's tons of conspiracies out there, about the Twin Towers falling, the 9/11. I mean, it's a touchy subject.
Yeah.
I know people don't like to
Has
talk
ever heard
about
about
it,
the
but
lizard people?
I heard about
What's
the
that?
lizard people. I heard about the eyelids, that they're the reptiles, the reptile people.
Yes.
Yes, that's on conspiracy theory as well. And you actually see their lids. They got the third lid.
Dude,
You seen that?
it's weird. They say the queen. They say the Queen of England is a freaking reptile. She looks like one.
Oh my God! So we got a lot of stories out there, and you personally have to go out there and look, research, do your research, do your homework. And the thing is, with conspiracy theories, you don't know what is factual and what is not. You know what I mean? You pretty much, that's why it's conspiracy. That's why you got to think with your own open mind and put two to two together and figure out, what is real and what's not real to you as an individual, because it's just everything's hearsay.
I just saw something on 60 Minutes a while back. I'm going to dig the episode up where they were talking about our U.S. embassy guys in China. There's been many of times where they've gone to the U.S. embassy in China and had meetings with the Chinese, and the Chinese they would literally tell our officials, "We're going to dominate you. You've dominated us for the last 30, 40 years. But we're going to dominate you guys now." And our Congress people would be like, "What are you talking about?" So it's almost to the point where, and that could be a conspiracy theory also, but it's almost like China's currently planning something. They currently are planning something, and it was on 60 Minutes. It was interesting.
I wouldn't doubt. Well, look at South Korea, man. I don't know. It's just crazy over there.
You mean North Korea?
Well, South and North, they're both crazy over there. Well,
especially
the North Koreans. That's a different.
We're South Korean. We're South.
I don't.
North Korea is the one that's.
Yeah, well,
Kim Jong-un. Yeah.
Well, yeah, that dude, and with Trump visiting him, I don't understand that, man. I don't understand.
Man, he's the only president that has ever went and shook hands with a North Korean president.
Yeah.
He made a deal. Biden and them, they screwed all that up, dude. Now we probably will be invaded by China. I mean,
well, come on.
They don't like us here.
I
don't think we'll be invaded, but they can really do an embargo on all our stuff that we get from them. They can really put the wrenches on us, but it's interesting.
You ever seen Red Dawn?
Yeah, but listen.
But things like that are like to desensitize you.
Yeah.
From the actual shit that's going on,
Yeah, our military is pretty goddamn sophisticated, man. That's one of the things that I feel comfortable with. I don't think there's any. Well, I know they're close, but with the technology we got, I think we don't have not much to worry about. But I'll tell you what, I did watch another show talking to one of our generals, our retired generals. And he says the weakness is exposed for us is Star Wars. If they take out our satellites, we're done. If we take out their satellites, they're done. So they're supposed to start up another Star Wars project. Because if you think about it, all our communications come from what? Satellites.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
It's all satellites. And that was his biggest concern. He says, everybody knows our weakness. If they take out our satellites, we're fucked. We really are. Because everything we could drop. I mean, my son was in the field artillery at the 82nd Airborne, and he says I can drop a fucking 500-pound bomb on a fucking 2-foot square, and I could be 500 miles away. I could be 1,000 miles away. That's how good our technology is. But if you take out our satellites, we're fucked. And it makes a lot of sense. That's our comm system, all our communication, everything. So that's why they say Star Wars is going to start rolling back into effect, because we got to protect those things. Now, I also heard that we've got lasers on planes on 747. I mean, high powered lasers. I mean, that'll melt anything. I heard on TV or another 60 or Frontline or 60 Minutes that they have the capability. If there's a nuclear strike towards us, we can send these planes up, and they can laser these bombs in the air before they even get to us.
Oh wow.
So but is that true or not? Fuck, I don't know, man. It sounds good. It sounds like we should have that technology.
Yeah.
But these planes are made out of carbon fiber. That's where they came up with these technologies. Well, carbon fiber is 10 times stronger than steel and a quarter of the weight. So you can build these planes that are fucking sturdy and stout, and and you can put lasers and shit like that on them. So that's what I heard. Is it true? That's what I heard. I seen on TV. I like to watch Frontlines. I like to watch 60 Minutes because they always bring out stories, and a lot of people don't get to watch them, but at least it brings out something.
Right. Well, due to the fact that we're in coronavirus pandemic now, I saw something on YouTube as well, a bad conspiracy theory that ruined a life of a sergeant, or she was not a sergeant. I don't know. No, she wasn't a sergeant. She was a Army reservist.
Yeah, reservist.
She was an Army reservist, and they claimed that she was the actual
starter
zero. Yeah, she was the zero patient, or what do you call it? Not ground zero, but she was
pretty much.
She was like the
zero
first
patient.
She was the first.
One.
She was the very first one. George. I think his name was George something. I had it. I gotta pull it up. But he claimed that she was the actual first zero person with coronavirus, and then she had gone out and with her husband and tried to prove to the world that she wasn't. She was getting death threats. She was getting all kinds of stuff. They were saying that, in social media, you need to take these people outside and shoot them. You know what I mean?
The firing squad.
With
the firing squad.
It was like so depressed. It was so sad, But he claims that she was the first person with coronavirus, and she was the one who spread it. And he had his bulletin boards and everything. Go check that out. It's on YouTube.
Yeah.
Conspiracy theories, you know what I mean? So it's interesting, though. The story is very interesting. I don't think it's obviously I don't believe it's true, but it's an interesting story. It's possible. But
it's caught CNN nationwide news coverage.
Right.
But the thing is that this guy this guy Webb, the guy that put this thing out there. His name's
George
Webb. George Webb.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody knows who this fucking guy is.
No, but but let me tell you, he's got a lot of views on YouTube. He's got a lot of subscribers on YouTube.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? So people know who he is on YouTube, social media, but they don't know who he actually is. You know what I'm saying?
I think that's probably kind of the problem. There is people don't really have to do anything, but make up some shit, and you're famous.
Social media. You can live by it or you can die by it, and that's what's happening.
Discombobulates everybody. Yeah. You see something and they teach you that the first bit of information you learn is the one that you're going to most believe. That's why cops, when they come up and ask you, and they ask the first story from the first person, they're going to believe that story before they ask the second person.
Yeah, and it's interesting because a lot of that stuff that goes on like that, it's mind blowing, man. I mean, it's. It's like saying like if somebody knocked on my door and the cops arrest me for raping a woman just because she said I raped her.
Yep. Which happens.
Which happens a lot, I would imagine.
Let me tell you what happens on the bus. If a passenger is, let's say, I want off, and the driver doesn't hear the passenger said that they want off, and you take that passenger 2-3 blocks down the road. They get on the phone. Hey, this guy's kidnapping me. It's happened before. It has happened before that they would pull over the operator at the end of the line, and operator would be questioned. I mean, it's a federal then because it's kidnap, it's federal. So then they get involved, and it's like just because someone says that, hey, he missed my stop 2-3 days. You know what I mean? That's happened. That I'm not saying it has happened. It has happened. It's true. It's fact. And it has happened. So
Eagle, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
At what age did your mind start to click and go, hey, this doesn't sound right? At
I was
what
about
age?
12.
About 12?
Yeah. I started. My dad. He would like not really kidnap me, but I was like the only one willing to hang out because my mom and dad were separating. So I was like, it's my only dad. I got one of them. I might as well hang out with him.
Right.
So for school, I wasn't in school, so he would have me read the Bible every day, and I read the Bible 5 or 6 times. And by the time I was 12, and the last time I read the Bible, I got to the end and I got to Revelations and I read through everything, and I was like, something don't add up. And ever since then, I just started questioning everything. Everything that any type of high power does or has anything to do with, I question it to detail.
Let me tell you, Brown,
man.
him and I, back in the days, we talked, we had a couple of discussions, and we would get into it a little bit. We were like,
oh, yeah.
Remember that, Eagle?
Yeah, I remember, man.
You know, so, you know, it's Eagle talks about SpaceX to me, and it's like, I don't believe it. Come on, really? This, that, you know what I mean?
Like,
so
give it to me. I gotta hear this. Give it to me.
What's going on in SpaceX?
Man. Okay, so like let's start from back when they started. They're building rockets for like a fraction of the price that freaking NASA was doing it.
Right.
And they were able to re-land, which was awesome and everything, but there's like stories that like SpaceX, they made a SpaceX in like 1943 or maybe 1933. And it was just like a test run for high altitude nuclear bombs, and they called it Operation Fishbowl. And they would send nuclear bombs up, and they tried to see how high they would go. Well, they would go and hit the freaking it looked like was a dome. There's like live footage, like it hits the same spot. There's no timer on the nuclear bombs. There's wherever they go off, they go off. They hit the exact same spot every time and blew up. And they made like a mushroom cloud that went down, didn't go up. So they were really that, and that's when the Sierra Leone stone was born. And then after it was like I think in 2000 something, Tesla, they decided, Elon Musk decided to pretty much bring that back and make energy efficient, solar cars, briefcases, coolers, like everything. And then he started making these rockets that could go to freaking space. And like the footage is like honestly bullshit. You send a car to space, and in space it's a vacuum. Like it pulls things apart. Like it basically boils your blood, because there's no oxygen. So when he sent his car up into space, which was like I called bullshit immediately, because you got tires that are holding air, and when he goes up into space and it's sitting there floating in zero gravity and there's no oxygen, how are those tires still the exact same? There's no way those tires are strong enough to hold the vacuum of space.
What if they were solid tires? What if they were solid?
I mean, that's possible.
Here's the other thing. You don't think he thought of that?
Maybe. But then that wasn't in the specifications. Like I want full detail and full disclosure.
Yeah, because a lot of those guys. Because a lot of those guys think about all that shit. It's
that's true.
It's what's the proper word for it? It's just
oh my
fuck. What's the word I'm thinking of? It's not common sense, but it's
it's like standard.
Yeah, it's like the guys know this is going to happen already. The guys know that they can't send up an inner tube up there. They know they can't.
Now,
and listen, I'm not questioning you, brother. I'm just.
Oh, I know.
Like me and Flip on this show, if I don't agree with him, I'm going to tell him. He's going to tell me too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I would think these guys would know that that's the protocol. That you can't put it. Maybe he put a solid tire. Maybe it was a fake material that solid. It could have been whatever it was. And drop it off out into space because. It's like scuba diving. I at least I would say. If I'm a scuba diver and that's what I do, I know I can't go too far without getting crushed. Right?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So that's all I have to say about that. I mean, go on, tell your story.
I'm definitely gonna want to look up some more details about those tires. That's for sure.
Yeah. Were they Firestones? That motherfucker would have blew up.
Yeah. And you guys actually recently just see this video is posted from SpaceX. and they sent a shuttle up, and there was a fucking rat cruising on the fucking the rocket part. The heat, the fucking flames come out. There was a rat like in space just walking around, like on the live video they were fucking releasing.
So you think it's probably not actual in space? It's probably
Fabricated?
Fabricated like they did
Seems
with the
like
moon.
it. I mean, if they could fake all those people dying in that live footage, and the rocket did explode, but the people somehow weren't on it when they were gonna go to space. But if they could fake that, they could fake anything,
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much conspiracy. I mean,
Well, and that's like Area 51, right?
oh,
Yeah.
It's always
Yeah, they're
they say there's parts of Area 51 that are replicated of the moon. So they were saying that there's some areas that are like dead on the moon, and they were filming shit there. They would film instead of really landing, because the Chinese were saying you can't land on the moon, you'll get burned by radiation. Is what they were saying. You know what I mean?
Oh,
and
I got about that.
they showed Chinese guys in spaceships coming down. Their faces were burnt because the radiation of the sun and everything else, and
the things they were going up there in were fucking tin. They were aluminum. They were so cheap, so fucking. They didn't think about radiation. So how'd we get up there and land on the moon and come back perfectly fine?
And then the flag waving. There's no wind
exactly.
up in that. The
There's no
flag
wind
would be
up
moving, and so there's so many different. You kind
And
of. Did we really land on that motherfucker?
It's also proven that you can't see a centimeter in front of your face without oxygen, because oxygen refracts light. And Buzz Aldrin, I think that's the guy that went up in space, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. He went up, and when he was given a story time, like in front of Congress and shit on TV, he was saying, he's like, you can't see nothing. He's like, because there's no oxygen up there. He's like, you can't even see the sun. He's like, there's no oxygen to refract light, so you can't see nothing. He's like, so you go purely by radar. And it's like, then you got stories of other astronauts talking about, oh, that's beautiful up there. You can see this and see that. And it's like, so who's actually telling the truth there,
Right. So you see tons of stuff, man, and it's it is tricky, like you were talking about the Bible. Those are stories. There's stories that were they real, but it's the Bible. The Bible's the Bible. People always would make comments about.
But I got something for you on that, because many years I've thought about that. Was in my wife and I we talked about it, like the Bible. Okay, so you have these disciples who created the Bible, the storytelling of many, many centuries, right? So how do we know it's true? How do we know it's true? How do we know? I mean, it's storytelling of an event of each person, right? Noah,
well, here's the thing.
Noah,
Yeah.
So it's like you don't know what's true, what.
Well, let me ask you
everybody's
this.
saying it's the Bible. It's got to be true. It's got to be true. But did you live in that time to know it's true? It's just as saying those textbooks in school is just the same truth as the Bible.
But listen, this is how I here. Well, let me ask. Hey, let's just do this. Do you believe in God, Flip?
I do.
Okay. Eagle, you believe in God?
I believe in a higher power. I'm more agnostic than anything. I was raised Christian values, but I believe in a higher power, and I believe, you got to be good to people.
Yeah, and the only reason I'm asking that is because shit, I don't believe in evolution. I find it hard.
Oh, you mean like monkeys and shit?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, okay, good, because that shit.
I don't know, I have a hard time, and I know there's a maker. It's got to be a maker, baby.
That's for sure.
Got to be a maker. Shit just doesn't happen,
Yeah.
And
that's a fucking explosion.
But there's guys that say it's evolution. There's evolution, and you just don't see it today. So I have a hard time with it. But now listen, the Bible, there's stories. Okay, to me, stories. And Flip, we need faith. We need faith to move on in life.
Right.
We have to believe in something. And
Yeah.
that's, in my mind, that's what the Bible is, to give people faith.
Exactly.
It's a good book to give good faith. And
Yep.
and I believe in that. We all need to have, if you ain't got faith, you ain't got shit. I don't
Yeah.
care what you say.
Yeah.
You know, you got to believe in something.
Yeah,
And then
like Eagle said, you believe in higher power. If you're not Christian or you're not Catholic,
Yeah.
and you believe in a higher
Yeah.
power, then
Yeah.
that's faith. You have faith
you
in
got to have
something.
faith, man. You got to
You
have
know?
faith, baby. George
Yeah.
Michaels, man, you got to have faith, baby.
Gotta have,
Yep.
gotta have faith. I hear you.
You got to
I
have
hear
faith.
you.
You know what I'm
But
saying?
it's just, you know,
So I'm not
grew up-
knocking any religion. I'm not
I'm not
Oh,
either.
yeah.
I'm not in. I'm
Yeah.
not either. But I know, you know, I grew up a Catholic, and I here's a dilemma here. I had my grandmother, who pretty much raised us. She's Catholic. Her brother was Christian,
Right.
and they were always together. You know, rest in peace, both of them. But she raised us Catholic, and then when I wanted to go with my uncle, you know, it was a problem. It was sort of like a problem. Like, hey, you know, you shouldn't go to their church. Well, why shouldn't I go to their church? I mean, they were
Yeah.
doing Bible studies, and we had Bible studies in Catholic school too. But
Sure.
I wasn't able to go with them to their church on a Sunday, you know. But there would be times where I spent the night over there, and I'd take off and just out of curiosity, I wanted to see what the Christian church was about, you know.
Right.
So, you know, my uncle tells me, hey, you know, you ever been baptized? I said, yeah, I'm Catholic. I've been baptized. No. You have been baptized as a Christian. I'm like,
Right.
well, is there a difference? Is there a difference? I don't know.
There is. There is.
Wait a minute.
There is. There's a difference.
No, there is. This is my point. There is no difference. The only difference is the way they do their ceremonies.
There's a
Okay?
difference.
That's the only difference. There's no difference. You're baptized through Jesus Christ. That's it.
Right.
Either whatever both religions or religions you're in, you're baptized as to God, you know, to Jesus.
Right.
That there's no difference there. It's the same. The only difference is their, you know, the way they act it out, their ceremonic, you know, ceremonies for it, you know.
Right.
That's the only difference. Just like I went to go, my brother a couple of years back, his son is part Greek. Okay, I've never experienced that. This was, you know, first time, and his son was getting baptized in a Greek, I don't know what do you call it, Greek church, and it was it's almost like Catholic. It was almost like Catholic, you know. They bathe them in the water and stuff, you know, the holy water, you know, and it was almost the same, but it was in their language, and that was so interesting, man. Because when I'm not Greek, but when I sat there in the church watching this being performed, I kid you not, I felt like I was back in ancient times, bro.
Really?
I'm serious. It was like taking you back to ancient times, how they actually do the ceremony. It was awesome. I thought it was awesome, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I mean, the Bible, there's so much, like I said, there's so much stuff out there, man. I mean, Eagle and I talked about Trump, you know, Bush and Trump. You know, he's
My boy, Trump.
that's his boy. That's his back. He's
Good
got
boy.
That's his
What?
boy.
Bro.
He's got a backyard.
You're a Trumper?
He's a Trumper, man. But you know
That's
what?
good.
I don't knock him. You know what I mean? Him and
No,
I have been friends
I
for a
don't
while.
either.
I don't knock. That's his. You know, we make jokes on each other all the time, but you know, that's his prerogative. You know, he wants.
Yeah.
You know, he supports Trump. That's cool.
Yeah.
You know, there's things I disagree with Trump, and there's things that, you know, he brings a light to me. You know, hey, you know, this is like the time. The only good thing I see about Trump was that he was taking care of business down for this nation, down at the border. You know what I'm saying? He was doing shit done. That was the only thing I seen that I could agree with him. You know, he was getting shit
I
done.
miss gas being $2.60. Fuck, dude, $5 a gallon over here.
Yeah, over here too.
Now, hold on now. Here's another conspiracy theory. That had nothing to do with Biden. It had nothing to do with Trump. I seen that shit on the news and I watched it and I did my research.
Was
Everybody
it
always.
CNN?
Hey, no, it wasn't CNN, unfortunately.
Okay.
But I'm telling you, there's a lot of finger pointing, man, and that's media.
Oh yeah.
Media throws this
It
thing
is,
so
it
far out of whack. It's crazy, man. Listen, but here's my stand on this thing. If Trump would have
Too.
just shut his damn mouth, I agree with some of his policies. I just don't like his
Mhm.
personality. I don't like who he is.
Yeah.
That's it. Okay. And I told it to many of my friends. I'm a business owner. I'm a Republican, but I wouldn't vote for the guy because he's too tacky. He makes fun of people. He does things that are just unprofessional. That was my biggest downfall with the guy.
Yeah,
Now,
I can understand that.
I just don't like people in that position, the leader of the free world, where people are laughing at us because this guy's, teasing people. He's going, making fun of, people. And it's like, dude, you don't do that. Have some integrity. To me, I'm different. He has none.
Mhm.
I can't follow the cat. I can't do it. I'm a Republican, but I would never vote for him.
On
I
the-
vote for what I feel who that person is. You know what I mean?
Okay.
For what he stands for. Now he stands for a lot of good policies, but the guy just did this too much. If you listen, his team should have cut off his Twitter and cut all this shit off and just stay to the point. I think a lot more people would have voted for the cat, but the guy couldn't do it. Man.
Probably.
You don't
shut
mean
his
you
mouth.
don't. You mean you
I
don't
mean,
like you don't you mean
toss
you don't like
out.
grabbing by the pussy? You don't like that?
Yeah.
It is 5:00 p.m.
You don't like that? Come on now, man.
That was my favorite shit. That was my favorite shit from him. I'm like, that's a man right there. You don't give a fuck.
And it was funny. We posted some shit up where a guy went out and interviewed a bunch of people at a Trump rally, and it was fucking hilarious. The guys, people were saying dumb shit, and we got kicked on that show. Remember, Flip?
Yeah,
they kicked us on that show.
They told me that I had to remove it, so I had to remove part of it. Yeah, they didn't like it.
They pulled it off, and how they found it that fast, I don't know.
Dude, they found it really fast.
Like within hours.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I got
So
the
you know,
email. I was like, what?
There's another conspiracy for you. They can censor this shit. They can censor things we say and we post, and it's false
Right.
information, but they can't stop child pornography.
Yeah.
That's
a good point.
Shit like that.
That's a good point.
Spend all this money and resource monitoring us, the people that have freedom, and they
Right.
fucking let these motherfuckers run the world.
Right.
We have
I
politicians.
have a comment here, or actually, a comment here from my lovely father, who's watching the show. Like I said, he likes conspiracy theories. He says the word of the God is true. The Spirit of God is the life that we all have inside, or in the Bible, is the way that we have to live it. Is the conspiracy of knowing what is right and what is wrong.
Well said.
Mm-hmm.
Well said.
Pops.
You know what I mean?
Thanks, Pops.
Yeah. Well said, man. Because that's what it is. It's faith. That's what I was telling you earlier. It's just faith. You gotta live for something, man. And a lot of people need that faith. When you're down and out, when you're you need that faith, man. And I think that's the good thing about the Bible. Now, listen. You ask me what I am. I'm a Christian. Do I go to church? Nope. Do I think it's a bad thing? Nope. I just don't do it. I believe in taking care of your neighbor. I believe in loving thy neighbor and treat people good. I would rather give than to receive.
Exactly,
That's how I operate. I try to donate everything I can within reason to where I can live okay, but to child sports, to charities. My mom passed away. I gave a percentage of whatever I got from my mother to St. Jude's. I told the good Lord, if I hit the lottery, 10% is going to St. Jude's. I don't care how much money I win. I believe in helping and giving, giving. And then people always joking that you're only going to give 10. I'll probably give more. But I believe in doing that. And I think for me, as far as in business, I've gotten to where I am today because I like to help people. I like to do that. So I think giving is an important thing that we should all do is trying to help our brothers and sisters in the human race, man. You know what I mean? I believe in the human race. You
The
know,
gift of giving is the best thing you can get and give. You know,
makes me feel good.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do that all the time. I see somebody hungry on
Yeah.
the street, I stop and I get them food. I
Yeah.
hand them some money. You know, what they do
Yeah.
with it is on them. You know,
Yeah.
I feel good. You know, because I would want someone to help me out if I didn't have anything.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
check this. Flip this script here. I just opened up. I sent it to you, Brown. Check it out on Discord. I dropped the link in there. So basically, the spike on UFOs, conspiracies. So again, this was just a couple of days ago. This just happened. It spread across the nation. A spike in UFO sightings. So I don't know. I'm going to ask both you guys. Brown, you believe in UFOs?
Oh yeah.
You, Eagle, believe in UFOs?
Oh yeah.
Well, Eagle stays up in the Kauai Hills up there.
I
man.
live in the area where literally we have the most UFO sightings in the world, right here in Anza, California.
Anza.
Yeah.
He stays up in Anza. I'm gonna tell you, I've been wanting to go up there in the hills with you, man, and just
It's
check
beautiful
it out,
on
man.
my res. Come hunting.
Yeah, really, really. We got to try that, Brown. But
I'm down. We'll do a podcast from out there, baby.
Oh,
right.
good. Yeah,
Tripods, man. We'll set up a tripod overnighter.
That's
Do
right.
that with a mountain in the back.
Hey, does Round Table deliver?
We got a casino.
Oh shit! Don't leave me going on a 3-card poker. God damn it! I'll be stuck there doing a podcast. No,
Well,
no, but to be honest, man, I when they say there's a spike in UFOs, I think it's always been there, man. I really do. Looking at a lot of the information that the government's has to put out now, that it's mandated. They have to put it out now.
Exactly.
They've had special, dude. Like I was telling you, I'm gonna dig it up for the next Tuesday's show. They have special information that is out. That's proving that it's there. You know what I mean? It's there, and it's interesting. And we got right. But we got one of our special guests is coming on Tuesday. He should be on right now. He's watching. Peter Heitman. I can't wait to get Peter out here.
We'll get Peter Heitman on here. We'll ask Eagle to join us too in that conversational conspiracy part 2. Conspiracy part 2 to this. But let me tell you, I've never experienced a UFO sighting, although I wish I have. I don't know why, but I just wish I have seen one. I don't know. It's just me. I don't know. It's just since I was a kid, I always saw these UFO alien movies and stuff, and I always wish. How lucky can one man be? I was like,
it sticks with you, dude. It sticks with you because it's like your brain is wired to understand things, and when you see something you can't understand, it honestly leaves a little mark on you.
Oh, right. It does.
It's almost like I really wish I could see one. Let's just mind-boggling. It's really I want to see that. But I'm not lucky, unfortunately, on that note. But UFO sightings are increasing nationwide. There was a spike in UFO sightings across the nation with the recent release of U.S. intelligence UFO reported. And there are more people looking up in the sky, or is it something else? So that's the question.
It's there, baby. It's there. They're here.
They've been here.
I know, man.
They've been here. We don't know what they look like. They could be humans.
I'm sure they got documentation on what they look like. I'm sure somebody's actually fucked up and crash landed because they what I mean, those aliens. Somebody fucked up somewhere, and we got stuff, and it's one of those things that's there and it's out. It's proof. I'll tell you, I love scary movies, but the one that got me was, I believe it was The Sixth Sense.
Oh, The Sixth Sense. That was a good movie.
Is that the one in Juneau, Alaska?
I don't know the actor, but I could tell you
it's a girl. It's the girl.
Yeah,
that's the Sixth Sense. Oh, you're not talking about with Bruce Willis.
No.
Okay.
No. Maybe I said it wrong.
Okay.
Maybe I said it wrong. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. But it's the one with the Juneau. It's the one with that Mila, the girl that does Resident Evils.
Okay.
Oh, Mila Jovovich.
Yeah. But let me see if I can pull it up.
I know which one you're talking about. I can't remember.
Let's see. I'm going to try to pull this up real quick.
The aliens are absolutely real. That's for sure.
Yeah. Oh, I feel they are, and
we can't be the only ones existing in this universe.
No. Oh, no, it wasn't the Sixth Sense. I'm sorry, that's not it. That's not it. That was not it. Let's see. That was Bruce Willis.
Yeah.
That my fault. My fault. Um, Let me do this.
But there's so much shit out there, man. I mean, hey, if you guys are out there and you've ever seen or experienced a UFO sighting, hit me up in the comment. I want to know about it. We want to know about it. Hit us up. We'd like to hear the story, man. I mean,
It's
I
the
see
fourth
it.
kind.
I
The
see.
fourth kind.
Oh, the fourth.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Fourth kind,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah, that movie.
Okay.
Fucking
Yeah.
That's a
That's
trippy
real
one.
shit though. That was real footage at the end with that
Real
helicopter
footage.
fucking police car catching that shit.
Yeah, even
That
my boy
was cool.
Peter said fourth kind.
Yeah.
That's it, man. I'm excited.
you do.
I can't wait for next week though. Peter's gonna bring out some good stuff. One thing I love about Peter, like I said, it's factual. He's got evidence. He's gonna bring it to us. We're gonna see it. We're gonna feel it. We're gonna taste it. Can't wait.
Yep.
Next Tuesday is gonna be a great show. We need more people to chime in and see if they have any questions
Oh,
for us.
definitely. I know
Yep.
it's Friday. It's Friday evening, late
Yeah.
afternoon, and people are getting off of work and whatnot. You know what I mean? But we do understand. You guys catching this episode, later down the road, drop a comment. Make sure you like it. You know what I
Yep.
mean? Subscribe, share it. It helps the channel out. This is not your ordinary podcast. We talk about everything and anything.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Some interesting adult topics, you know what I'm saying? So join in, tune in and check us out. Drop a like, or comment it. But like
Yep.
Brown said, we got a special guest coming on Tuesday, which is cool. Tune into that, you know what I mean? But Eagle, any sightings up there recently?
There's actually been a few, man. There's been some stuff, everybody. But here's the thing: it's like everything up here is discredited because there's a lot of people that are on drugs. So that's pretty much how they. That's how they keep that shit in check, And there's a drug addict telling you they seen a UFO, it goes right out the window. But when NASA says they seen one, it's publicized.
Oh, that's
So it's-
crazy. Well, you got the
but
clear
there's
sky
a
up
lot.
there, right?
Oh yeah, man. It's clear as day up here,
Right.
and
Nice.
we have
Nice.
this. We have this UFO they talk about up here. Everyone calls it Goldie. It comes up and it comes out of the mountain because if you're in Hemet or anywhere, like you don't see it, but if you look towards here from Hemet, you could see it come out the mountain. If you're here on this side of the mountain, you could still see it come up. So somehow this light comes straight out of the mountain every night and just sits there. And sometimes you'll hear jets and shit flying and stuff, but it's been happening for so long now. It's like,
It's
when
common.
you don't see that, it's common, and maybe it's something real, there's stories. I believe that aliens, kind of mine humans for gold, that's what happens with the Egyptians, because how'd they do all those perfect cuts, all that shit, way back then without lasers. There's like a 2-mile stone that's cut with a perfect circle that's like measured with a laser that like, even to this day, we don't have anything that can drill that perfect.
Wow.
Some
I think,
interesting stuff.
what we're seeing up here, I'll have to record something sometime, man. You guys will probably be all tripped out. You guys want to come up here and experience it. It's weird, man. It leaves the hair on your chest standing.
Oh shit! I've been seeing Flip's hair on his chest stand up, and it ain't because of that.
I've been wanting to see some shit, man. I'm serious, man. I remember my dad said some stories. I don't know if they're real. He says there was a sighting. He saw a sighting in the past. Hopefully he could chime in on Tuesday's guest to let us know his story. But he did mention to me. But see, the thing is, and I'm not discrediting my father, but it's hard to believe because if you're in the city, plenty of lights, distraction, diversions, and stuff like that going on in the city. You can't really see the sky that well, as far as, you're up in the mountains, clear sky, no smog, you can see shit.
Yep.
But out here in the city, it's difficult to see something like that. You don't even know if it's a helicopter coming by.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
Or space.
Yeah, or a spaceship. You don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
I haven't came across a report or article saying that there's been footage of a UFO in a main city other than Birmingham. Is it Birmingham? Is that what I've seen it on YouTube that they actually go to the dome and they're floating. There's like a bunch of ships, UFOs hovering over the dome. Did you guys see that?
No.
Yeah, there's a. Let me see if I can pull that up. But yeah, there's a. You guys never seen that? Really?
Well, what is it? What is it again?
It's a bunch of UFOs. It's live. It was
The
live.
one in Phoenix? Over Phoenix?
No. This was up in Europe or somewhere. Damn, Burlington. Man, what? I can't remember.
Birmingham? Or
something. It's overseas. It was overseas. Let me see if I can pull it up for you guys.
well, they had the big one over there in Phoenix. That was pretty significant. And they said it disappeared, and they said it went from Phoenix over to another part of Arizona. What's up?
UFO. I think it's UFO hovering over church or something like that.
Yeah.
UFO hovering over church. No.
But getting back to that line cut into that stone, one of the things that Peter sent me too is it goes back to the Egyptians, man. Those guys were very smart. Way back to the Egyptians. Smart. I saw something online saying that they were probably more sophisticated than what we have today.
Yeah, they found a clock that is 2.6 million years old not that long ago.
Wow.
It was a clock. It had gears. There was like little gears with teeth and hundreds of them that made some type of clock. They said somehow it was like it told time somehow. I don't really know.
Oh, here it is. I found it.
Stonehenge.
UFO in Jerusalem, over the church in Jerusalem. Did you see that?
No.
This was years ago.
Oh.
And I seen that. Let me see if I can pop this up here. You ever came across that story, Eagle?
Honestly, it sounds familiar. I'm trying to think about it. Sounds familiar. I feel like I might have seen something like that. But this stuff happens almost every day these days, so it's normal.
I just don't want to get hit with
Jerusalem.
Yeah, Jerusalem.
And you guys' computers are going to get flagged. UFOs.
I'm looking at it right here. But they said Holy Land hoax. It says Jerusalem UFOs not kosher.
What does that mean?
It says several videos surface online supposedly showing a UFO hovering over Islamic shrine known as the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem. Right. But they're saying it's a hoax.
No. There was one with the girl. Look, I'm gonna show this to you guys right now, dude. Let me share my screen. I'm gonna share
that screen.
I'm gonna share this screen with you guys. Let me share this screen. This is
read this stuff.
Where is it? Right here. Go live. All right, you guys see that?
Let me see here.
It's a hoax, dog.
Bullshit.
Okay, I can see something.
Let me see here.
Listen to this.
Bullshit.
There's a new video this morning that some say may be proof we're not alone in the universe. A UFO in the form of a bright light is seen descending over the Dome of the Rock in Jerusalem. The video is said to be taken over the weekend. Then suddenly the light shoots up into the sky. There you see it. Another video from a different angle appears to show the light doing the same thing. Those clips have gone viral now.
How the hell?
Let's just say if it wasn't a hoax, it's like that's the easiest way to like dissolve the situation of people panicking is like, oh, that's a hoax.
Come on, man. There was one I seen. There was like four of them.
Let's get to the bottom of this on Tuesday.
4 of them, bro. You know what I'm saying? So
Peter Hypeman's gonna come up here and blow our minds. Look at like this. Peter Hype, I can't wait, baby. Bring me that stuff, Peter, because we want to hear it. We want to see it.
Right,
I know Peter. Peter's a good cat. Known him for a long time, man. Long time. I'm excited.
Well, thanks to Mr. Eagle for joining us on the show today. And as well as Brown Conspiracy Theories, guys. You know, we all heard of them. Thanks for tuning in to Generation Flip. Tune in to Tuesdays. I hope you guys have a great weekend. Stay safe. Make sure you drop a like and subscribe and share it with your friends on social media. Till then, I'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.
Have a good one. I'll write down some more things for